Hey collective, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. All right, y'all, so I typically do the weekly forecast on Mondays, right? But for some reason, I kept hearing three things. There's three things the collective needs to know this week. So we're gonna see what comes out. I also kept hearing Libra and the seventh house. So something about marriages, partnerships, intimate connections could be significant this week for you. Legalities, divorces, court documents, court orders, um, things like that could be coming up. So let's see. What are the because I kept hearing they need to know three things. So I'm going to break it up like that. The three things that you need to know. We'll go from there. Don't forget, collective, this is a general reading. So if it does not resonate, don't force a shoe to fit. There'll be more readings to come. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys, thank y'all again so much for the support. Okay, what are the three things that the collective needs to know this week? Three things the collective needs to know this week. Yeah, I kept hearing there's three things they need to know. So, three things. What's the first thing? It says woman holding a heart. So this is like the water, excuse me, not water. Well, you could be a water sign or you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This is like the Queen of Cups. Yeah, look, carrying connection. So something about your intimate connections, relationships, partnerships, marriage, things like that could be coming up. The number 44 could be significant. You could be 44. Or the number 8. Something about being or standing in your power. Also, the Strength card is coming up in my third eye. So, Leo energy, willpower, confidence, strength. What else? The second thing that the collective needs to know this week. All tied up, 23. So there's changes here happening for you this week. So there's a big change for you this week, collective. Not my throat chakra. So you're either having to speak up about something and you need to be confident. I don't know, this could be difficult for you because you're breaking free from a situation. This could be from a relationship, from a marriage, partnership. It just feels like you're trying to work on bringing things back into balance or bringing your emotions back into balance, collective. Okay. So think about your emotions feel like they're all tied up or they're bound or stuck somewhere with someone. So let's see. One more. What's the third thing that the collective needs to know? Yeah. I knew it. And this, the broken heart. And then your crown chakra is lit up this week, so that's a good thing. I just saw 333 on my timer. So you could be wanting or maybe needing to collaborate or connect with other people this week, collective, especially if you're feeling really stuck or bound, especially emotionally. I want to say that because your heart and your emotions are, they need a little bit of tender TLC. I just heard, look, the Two of Cups at the bottom. For some of you with this broken heart, there could have been a relationship or a partnership that had maybe had you feeling stuck or bound, or your emotions or your heart is still holding on to something here. Okay, yeah, Seven of Swords. That talks about lying or cheating, deceiving, scamming, denial. I just wanted to say betrayal. Yeah, Seven of Swords and the Devil. Capricorn energy and Aquarius moon, and then the Five of Swords. So for some of you there's, and I picked this up in last reading. There's definitely either a third party. You could be finding out there was a third party. Somebody definitely either stepped out of the connection. Yeah, this feels like a continuation of that reading. Other people were, it's like there's a lot of people here. A lot of opinions, or a lot of people here. Look at this. Oh, this is gross. Five of Pentacles. Excuse me, not Five of Pentacles. I don't know why I said that. Somebody could be dealing with money issues or something like that, or instability. But we have the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, which is more people on there. Your relationship being in the middle of all of this. The Three of Pentacles, which is people in there too. The Five of Swords, people in there. And then the Seven of Swords. So it's like there's a lot of negative energy surrounding a relationship, obsessive energy, possessive energy. And these could be people around you or around your person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the King of Pentacles. Ay, ¿qué es esto? What is going on? All right, let's see. What is this woman holding a heart? Ay, ay, ay. Didn't I say Five of Pentacles? There could be money issues or money situation coming up this week. The Eight of Pentacles about a job or a career. Okay, what is this woman holding a heart? Like I said, this is like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. If you don't have that in your chart, this is just something about your heart, your emotions, right? It could be tied to money, a loss of money, loss of security, loss of stability. What is this woman holding a heart? Okay, well, there's the relationship, love, partnership, commitment, and then the Ten of Cups. But it's like, why y'all? What's the argument? What's the problem? What's the issue? Why does the collective need to know? What do they need to know about this relationship? Okay, so somebody holding back. Capricorn energy, pulling back, withholding something. Someone does feel unstable or I just heard insecure. When it comes to the heart chakra, collective, there is a need to really be patient with yourself in healing the heart. I don't know if you just experienced some sort of, like I said, heartbreak. I wanted to say betrayal because I saw the Seven of Swords, but there's a need to heal the heart. There's someone here, you're trying to hold on too close to it, or you're trying to hold on to someone too hard. Or you try to hold on to a relationship or a connection I just heard for too long. Queen of Wands at the bottom. Aries, Leo, Sag energy showing up. What about this? Why do they need to know? What does my collective need to know about this? And then the Emperor, Aries energy. For some of you, I feel like this week, there's some controlling energy showing up. There's some controlling energy showing up. Somebody could try to use their power to control something, like they're trying to withhold something from you, collective. It could be money. Or they can use money to control you, right? They could try. This could be someone that you're married to or in a relationship with. Somebody could be insecure of like their lack of control over you. So they might try to use something to regain that. That's really not okay. The Empress and the Eight of Wands. This feels like it could either be a father figure or Um, mother figure as well. I also feel like if this was a relationship or a partnership or a marriage, someone that you were in a marriage with or wanted to build a marriage or some sort of higher level of commitment with, there's something about um people's opinions or something like that getting in the way when it comes to this marriage or when it comes to the partnership. I don't know if there was like a same sex or differences of like cultures or something like that was kind of getting in the way. It was like keeping someone from offering something to you or giving you something. What about the Emperor? Why is this significant for the collective? And the Empress. Okay, so it was either a mother or a father. Mother and father energy here. So this could be a marriage. Somebody trying to abuse their power in. Let's not do that. What? Let's not do that. Somebody's mother and father could have gotten in the way of a relationship, or somebody's family was trying to keep you and someone from coming together. It feels like there was three people here trying to intervene. I just said it's a bunch of fucking people. I am sorry, but it's frustrating me a little bit. It feels very frustrating. Taurus energy as well. It just honestly it just feels like very transactional. Whatever this is, whatever relationship this was, or you found yourself connecting with, or maybe you're married to someone that made you feel like it was just very transactional between the two of you. 12 on my timer. Um, there's a child here too. Or this could just be you trying to break free from whatever this is that's making you feel like you're stuck or bound. For some of you may feel stuck in a relationship or in a marriage, maybe because of children. So why is the Two of Cups here? The Nine of Wands. It honestly feels like somebody tried to block a relationship or from someone coming towards you, collective. And I feel like the reason why this is coming up is something that you need to know. It's because if you're doubting yourself, like if you're putting yourself in a situation where like you're doubting your worth or yeah, your value, it's nothing that you could have done. Like it's nothing that you did. It's more so these are people, like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, like these are people trying to block something from happening. This has nothing to do with you. You're showing up as someone that's caring, that's nurturing, that's loving, that's willing to pour love into other people. But there's people here trying to block a situation or trying to block you from, I don't know. It just feel like this is blocking you from someone or from someone coming towards you. That's weird. Like someone's mom and dad or someone's beliefs, or maybe someone is still married, which causes them or is preventing them from coming towards you. So what is what? So what are the Emperor and the Empress want? Like if this is you and your person, there's a need to release whatever control like there is whoever is trying to use ego control, like some possession that's blocking forward movement, that's blocking y'all from being able to work together. Because there is love here, y'all. Like there is with the Two of Cups, there's love here. But like I said, either there's others opinions in the way that's blocking something. And I can also read this a different way, collective, that if you are not in a relationship or if there's really like no one that you're romantically connecting with yet. This could also be you having to heal your heart chakra, or taking time during this week, because something that you learned or something that you picked up or something that you could have experienced in your childhood, especially with your caregivers. The sixth house could be significant. Maybe you were the one that had to do the caregiving. You're the one that had to take care of your mother and your father. That's like there's a need to learn how to receive, because it's like you're like, well, no, I got everything I need. Good. I got it figured out. Right? Like you're controlling something, or you're trying to control something, control your emotions. But this feels more so like, if I don't let people in, then they can't hurt me. But I feel like you're getting hurt either way. Hmm. Someone or something is blocking. There's either people blocking this, or your experiences with certain, like I said, with certain people who were caregivers. Like that experience, or that trauma, or that learned behavior is potentially blocking your ability to receive the love that you're wanting to receive. So there's someone here trying to come in to apologize, or wanting to apologize. Here's the Queen of Cups. I mean, we were picking it up. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Here she go. So there's someone here trying to come apologize to you, or you wanting to apologize. So let's see, all tied up. Second thing my collective needs to know, the Chariot. So we're moving. You're moving forward, whatever this is. I feel like something that you could be realizing this week, collective, that in order for you to get unstuck, you first have to be open to realizing what was keeping you stuck and learning those lessons, right? And closing those cycles. Understanding that whatever your role is, or whatever your part is in a situation, how is it that you are blocking yourself? Or how is it that you were guarding yourself, right? Was it something that because it feels like there's a bit of shadow work coming up, collective, this week. Like you're seeing what role you played in a situation. And I feel like that allows you to heal and bring some sort of balance, whether it is with a person or by yourself. Either way, I feel like with the Chariot energy, it's like now you're being put or being divinely guided in the path that you're supposed to be on, right? And this is with, like I said, with after you learn the lessons, after you close out some cycles. For some of you, you could be traveling, Sagittarian energy here, Capricorn as well. But I do also feel like whatever it is that you release this week, whether it is yourself, whether it's a belief, whether it's a way of seeing something, is what helps you move forward. It's what helps you through the journey, the healing journey, I just heard. Because these are changes that are happening. More Pisces energy with the Hangman, Two of Pentacles. So there was a bit of instability here, or not instability. Well, yeah, maybe you were just going back and forth, weighing out something. Or there's a need to do that. Maybe this is what, the second thing that Spirit needs you to know is this feels more balanced, right? Like you bring in something back into balance. I don't know if... I just heard let it all go. There's a need to let it go. Let it all drop. Like stop trying to juggle, or stop trying to make it all work, because maybe it's not supposed to. And I feel like realizing that this week, that's what allows you to move forward. But that's after you learn a lesson, though. And I think that's what helps you. Yeah, because right now you're in a bit of denial, collective. I'm sorry. This feels very much so you. Like, even though there could be other people involved or others' opinions that got in the way, it almost feels like it had to happen that way. Like like, how can I do it? How can I put this into words? Because this feels very much so like spiritual growth, but there's also expansion in the physical. Like there's actual movement forward, especially if it's about your money. Like I don't know if you were trying to be more I just heard frugal. I feel like you had to be a little bit, more strategic or strategize when it came to your money and your finances. And maybe that's why you felt bound as well or stuck to something. Because there was something also changing with your money or your finances. But I feel like there's something here that's tied to your heart chakra as well as your root. So how whatever it is that you release emotionally allows you to take action, assertive action towards something. Because there's either you were turning a blind eye. This is giving like 8 of Swords energy where you're playing victim or victim mentality, okay? I'm sorry, collective. I'm just delivering as it's coming because there is some obsession here, codependency. There's attachments, possibly toxic patterns that are being revealed to you. And I feel like it comes after a period, it comes after like this new perspective comes to you when you realize like what brought you here, right? That what got you here. And when I say that is going back to childhood, right? Like those traumas that came from those experiences. I feel like there is definitely a lot of shadow work happening for you this week, collective, to the point where even your spirituality or something about your spiritual journey becomes the I just heard forefront. So I don't know if that becomes very or is something that's becoming very important to you this week, something that you pour into this week. The one thing that helps you free yourself is the more you connect with the divine, the more that you connect with spirit, the more that you spend time trying to tap into your higher self. Okay, throat chakra trying to mess up. It helps you release or remove that blindfold, right? Towards those emotions that you were trying to suppress, or turn a blind eye to. What else? What is the third thing my collective needs to know? Okay, yeah. I knew it was something with family. 10 of Cups wanted to come out in the reverse. And the 5 of Wands. So y'all see, it was a lot of people here. I told y'all. It's like people's opinions and maybe even, like I said, your experiences, your childhood experiences were traumatic for some of you. Or just what you thought was true for you. It's like you learned how to be something when it came to love and relationships, how you show up intimately was possibly affected by how you were taken care of and poured into when you were a child. Temperance, divine timing showing up, as well as divine protection, divine intervention. So for some of you, the third thing that you need to know this week is if there are a lot of people around you arguing or fighting or going back and forth about a situation that you chose to, take action on, getting competition here, there's a need to understand that everything is being divinely orchestrated. I just heard. I didn't even know if I said that word right. You know what I mean. There's a need to give it up to the divine to handle whatever this is, because everything is happening as it should. Everything is happening as it should. And when I say that, I feel like part of you releasing whatever it is that's keeping you bound, collected, is understanding that you are in the right place at the right time, going through going through the what you're supposed to be going through, even if it doesn't feel good. It's not always going to be peaches and cream, y'all. And yes, there are the people that are going to hurt you the most are the people that are closest to you. But those are the situations that also define the person, or excuse me, those situations are the experiences that mold you and build you and expose things to you, right? Or because they expose things to you. And for some of you, not only is something about yourself being exposed to you this week, collective, because I feel like this is inner work, especially when it comes to your like I said, your heart chakra and your either your root or your sacral. I'm getting those two. Sacral mostly, like what your creativity, your passion, like those things are all coming up to the surface. And whatever, once you allow yourself to look at things from a different perspective, where you are releasing old stories, releasing old habits, releasing old beliefs, is when you'll start to see the wheels turning, the things moving forward, things coming back into balance. People who are arguing with you because of a decision that you made for yourself, those people are about to be out, right? And it's not because you are putting them out. It feels like the divine is putting them out. Like, yeah, they're getting kicked out, not by you, but the hangman, the more Pisces energy, they're being kicked out because of your switch in perspective on something. Not because you are physically saying, you know what, I don't want you in my life. It's because, you know what, I want something different for my life. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Here's more of that denial energy. But I feel like you're also finding out or figuring out that people have been lying about something, or there could have been rumors, or I just heard envy. Because of this shift in your perspective, like because of this shift in you, I just feel like you pulled away from individuals who kept breaking your heart or kept abusing you, your money, your time, your effort, your attention. And in doing so, you just kind of like, you're triggering a lot of people. Like you're triggering a lot of people. Let me just say that. And I feel like with this trying to come through as the third thing that you need to know this week, collective, is that your shift in perspective, yes, it will trigger those around you, but you're doing something to heal you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like there's something that you need to be very much so aware of, because with the Seven of Swords, what I'm picking up, just a little different. You see how they're looking at these Two of Swords behind them. You got you have 5 swords that they're holding on to, which going back to the arguments that I was picking up, right? The envy, the jealousy. You might be tempted to look back or go back, to what feels comfortable. I just heard to fit in for some of you, but I feel like the longer you stay in this, because it feels like it's a community of people. It could just even be your family. It could be a marriage. It could be a relationship, whatever it is for you. I'm not necessarily getting a job, but it could even be that feels like they're very controlling, or a boss that could be very controlling. Whatever it is, and for your situation, collective, it just feels like you shifting your perspective, or you looking at something different, it's going to piss some people off, but it also is going to help you heal. Like, it's also going to help you heal. And like I said, you might be tempted to go back, but I feel like once you remove that blindfold, it's what sets you free. That's the truth with the Ace of Swords. And I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. Look, and there could be good news about money coming in as well. Victory, success. When it comes to your money. Okay, let me just get an oracle card. Let's see what all this is. For some of you, there is a need for you to just breathe, take a deep breath, especially if there's people coming towards you with some bullshit this week, because I do see that. is the more you either meditate or pray or withdraw, or I don't want to say, because I just heard solitary, and I also heard solidify. Maybe the more you withdraw your energy is what solidifies or what closes these arguments, right? Like, not, don't even feed into it. You already know. It's like, you know which direction you need to head in, where you need to put your time and attention to, what you need to take action towards. And arguing with these people is not it. Like, that's not where you want to put all that passion and all that fire into. Put it into your projects. And like I said, the more you withdraw from that energy, the more it's going to piss people off. Yes, look, I'm telling you, it's a community of people here, and some people may try to come in and clean their act up. Like, some people may try to, or you may even try to go back and try to clean or clear something up. But it just feels like you don't even have to do that. I feel like you don't have to keep replaying something. I feel like you already know what it is that you need to do in order for things to get moving. You know it's time to go and leave a situation. Exactly. Receive lets me know that there is nothing that you need to go after or move towards. This is the time for you to sit back and receive messages from the divine and open yourself up for that guidance. Because if you're feeling like confused, you don't know if it's time to go, if it's time to stay, I feel like that's just your emotions trying to tell you, like, make it work, or explain yourself, or get more clarity. I feel like you already got all the clarity that you needed. I feel like now it's more so you figuring out which part of you is rejecting whatever it is that you were finding yourself around, right? Which part of you felt rejected and why you are rejecting. I feel like this is a matter of you looking at yourself and, again, tapping into your higher self and doing a bit of shadow work so you don't repeat the same lessons or allow the same type of people into your life. Because I feel like you're stepping into a cycle where you're getting ready to receive, and you want to receive the things that are aligned for you, the job for you, the career for you, the relationship for you, the partnership for you, the marriage, the family, the friends that become family because your own family wasn't there. So it's almost like you're opening yourself up to receive a different version of people who are healthier for you, who will help you get to the next phase of your life. So, okay. That's not a bad message, collective. I mean, it feels like it's tough love a little bit, but it also feels like it moves you to a next phase, and this feels, like I said, it feels like it hurts, yes, but it also gets exciting because you may feel like you lost something, but Yin talks about receiving. It says, this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you. Ready to accept is when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that it will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. I'm telling y'all. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. So exactly what I was trying to kind of say is, like, don't let other people's opinions and things that their own beliefs and their own whatever they got going on to affect what you're getting ready to receive. And I feel like this message, the top 3 things that you needed to know for this week, collective, is, yeah, it might feel uncomfortable. Yes, you might be tempted to stay stuck in what feels comfortable and what you know and what feels familiar. But I feel like you've already released yourself from that. So going back and forth on whether or not you should remain, Well, you already know how you already know how that turns out, right? Staying stuck in a situation where you know you no longer belong. I feel like you already know how that goes. And I feel like you already have this deep knowing that someone or something is not for you and that it's time to go. It's time to go because it's time to build something different, maybe with someone different. I don't know. We'll see. But what we do know is that in order to make room, we have to release what no longer serves us. Okay, I think that's all I have, collective, for this week. The top 3 things that you needed to know, and that's how I needed to come out. So I hope the message resonates. I hope it gives you a little bit of guidance for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. And again, thank y'all so much for the support, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.